season. The latest in the season, a defending champion has gotten the top 10, but finally, monkey off his back. Here we go.
Couldn't trust it, right? Didn't have the grip to stay on the gas and carry the ball.
Mike, what's up against the zip tie? I'm looking at everything else nowadays.
Yeah, we see him a little bit lower, right in the middle lane. Most of the fast guys have been all the way up next to the wall in the middle lane, and didn't work too bad for him.
14th at 29.03.
Yeah, just lost so much time through turns 1 and 2, never really made it up.
Bubba Wallace, 4 top 10s in his last 5 Darlington starts. There's the Columbia Sportswear Toyota for 2311 racing.
Yeah, these guys have been on a roll. We talked about it when Tyler Reddick was going to Bubba Wallace and his 23 team. Right up next to the fence, used everything up right there.
That's a great year for Bubba Wallace. Continue that momentum. Woo! Got it off the floor. That's as close as you get there.
4th for Wallace. He's the second fastest Toyota than Chase Briscoe.
We're going to go back to that. Went into that corner 10th. He came out 4th. That was a good 3 and 4. Picked up speed, found speed in 3 and 4. But most haven't.
4 cars to go. Here's Kyle Larson for Hendrick Motorsports and the Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet. This year's Miami race winner. He's started top 10 in 6 of the last 7 Darlington races.
I think this is the bullet that William Byron has to dodge, and I think he did.
Yeah, he dodged this bullet. Kyle had to lift going up the hill. He was full commitment, just had too much speed and had to lift right before the fence.
That full commitment, I said it, that's what it's going to take to beat William Byron. It was a perfect lap out of 24. If anybody's going to take it down, they're just going to have to go for it. And if it doesn't work out, so be it.
Larson is 16th. So Crease is going to be the fastest Ford because the 3 cars left include 1 Chevy and 2 Toyotas. Here's Chase Elliott. The UniFirst Chevrolet honoring Ken Schrader for Hendrick Motorsports. Chase started second at Martinsville last week. His best start of the year. He was an Xfinity winner here in 2014. So William Byron is going to be the first Chevrolet in this field.
Jack up, move the jack stand.
2 Toyotas to go.
Just kick that.
Elliott 14th.
Mike, you said it. We got those manufacturers out of the way, but there's 2 Toyotas right here that kept off the field. And I look over at this scoring monitor here, Briscoe, Wallace, there's 2 Toyotas in the top 4. The Toyota take William Byron off of this pole.
Well, here's Christopher Bell. He's been the top Toyota of the season. Toyota has won the last 4 poles here.
Do it. You're going to have to do it right here through 1 and 2.
The Wall Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, honoring Bell's mentor, Rick Brookham.
We pulled this fucking motor out of those stands under, didn't we?
I don't think so.
Watch how important down there the cross pretty much stayed right there on speed wise. Just like when we watched Bubba Wallace, went in 10th, come out 4th in 3 and 4. When the lap times are this tight over here, any little slip up, it's the crumbs that make the difference. One more beat, Mike.
Well, 16th for Christopher Bell. It's all down to.
I mean, if we go back to the jack stand,
the Sport Clips Toyota Gibbs Racing got his 55th career win last year. Week time, Rusty Wallace time
the jack stand back.
So Denny was a little bit lower. His speed all came just from how much he slowed the car down and back to the throttle right there early in turn 1, and he's kept that gap all the way up to turn 2, being able to stay low, losing a little more ground on the entry, but making up for it on the exit.
I don't think it's going to go that high, to be honest.
for Hamlin, and the Toyota pole streak at Darlington is broken by William Byron. The 27-year-old from Charlotte is with Larry Mack. William,
fastest qualifying lap in a Gen 7 car, and it all started the advantage you had in turn 1, and you never gave it up.
Yeah, thanks, Larry. It was just good week of prep by our guys. Just really proud of their effort. Got a great looking throwback scheme back to Jeff Gordon's. So
that's how we did
just
it.
thanks to Exalt. Yeah, the lap was. You know, I felt like 1 and 2 was really good. I felt like I gave up a little bit in 4, and you could kind of see it on the tracker. So was just good enough to get through there, and then through the middle of 3 and 4 was also pretty decent. So just proud of that. You know, to get a pole here is great. I don't think we've ever had the pole at Darlington, so we usually run really well here. So we just got to put it together tomorrow.
William, you used to play in the middle of this 24 car.
Don't want it that way. I want it across.
The paint scheme that Jeff Gordon ran. The final time he drove the 24 car, Homestead Miami Speedway in 2015. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's pretty special. I mean, honestly, that's a pretty recent memory for me. I remember that race and just sort of what that meant. So yeah, I just think it's really good to have, you know, a lot of Jeff's paint schemes over the years. I've had some really cool throwbacks. So I've been fortunate to have that and have partners like Exalt to be able to really make it exact. Just honestly looks really similar.
Jamie, I bet you're with a driver that's pretty happy about his qualifying.
Yes, he is. Ryan Priest best qualifying of the season by a lot. This is an important point that every driver has said how much qualifying is. How does starting up front on the front row help your chances tomorrow?
Good. I think confidence-wise, it feels great, right? I mean, I've qualified like crap for years, and it feels really good. So just super appreciative of the opportunity, you know, with everybody at RFK and Kroger and, you know, this country crock. Ford Mustang. We felt really good in practice, and it's been nice just working on things that I can continue to do better, and you know, I think it's showing. So really appreciative to have, you know, Chris and Brad as teammates, because they really helped push me as well as kind of give me that roadmap how to continue to excel. So it's good to have some track position to start, and we're going to try to keep it. Have a good day.
Behind the plate.
You touched on it, Ryan. This is a brand new race team for you, yet you guys are just getting so consistent. 3 straight top 10 finishes. Today I saw you over there in the garage. You were the first one with your bike suit on an hour before you even had to come out here. Are you a believer in this momentum thing?
I guess I am, but I'm a believer of if you're 5 minutes early, you're late. So that's why I'm always early to everything. But yeah, it's certainly, you know, in order to win races, we all talk about winning races, and we've all done it at this level. But to get there, you need to be consistent. And we've been showing the consistency even when we don't start where we need to, we get to where we want to be. So that shows me that even at times when you're struggling, you got that fight in you, you'll get there.
Good to see it. Ryan Priest will start on the front row tomorrow. What do you think, Clint? Are you ever 5 minutes early?
No, but I was out on a hot day like this, hot week, the first one of the year. I was always in a fire suit outside getting acclimated to it. Learned that early days of motocross.
I would say he's been listening to Kevin Harvick and paying attention.
Well, you have to be consistent. You have to put yourself in position to win, but he has done a great job, he and that 60 team.
Yeah, both that front row. Unbelievable lap by William Byron. Knew as soon as we saw that it was going to be a good lap.
William Byron was 0.2 faster than the next Chevrolet. Priest was 1/10 faster than the next fastest Ford. Wow.
It's a game of inches, but when you're talking about the small increments that we talk about every week, as you see Kyle Larson back there in 19th and Brad Keselowski in 20th, those guys have some work to do.
Brad. I'm glad you said that, Kevin. Need a big turnaround out of that 6 car. Could be the weekend. Chastain, good track for him. Going to be starting back in row 13. Josh Berry's had a great start to the season. Him.
That's good right there.
And Bowman had his moment, slipped up, got into the wall, put back in row 17.
All right, so
coming to the front.
gotta go that way.
It's going to be fun tomorrow for the Goodyear 400. NASCAR's official throwback weekend.
Push the transmission on.
That all happens tomorrow with pre-race starting at 2 p.m. Eastern on FS1, followed by the Goodyear 400 at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Thanks for watching NASCAR on Thrive, where we'll have practice and qualifying coverage each week through the first half of the season. Next Saturday,
Everything goes in that notch here.
Bristol Motor Speedway for practice.
We'll come down a little bit slower.
Congratulations to William Byron, who has won his second Darlington pole, and Ryan Priest, who will start alongside on the front row tomorrow.
him stuck in there and put him, just so he could stabilize the front.
Timeout here as he loads back up the serve. He's been stuck on 9, and Yates Johnson and Paddock with his points to Roscoe at the bench.
15 seconds. No timeout, no brutality. No timeout, no
It's
brutality.
really fun aspect of the sport too, like the camaraderie. You compete against each other, and then you go back to coach each other. You and Tyler Loon have moments like that, most of them with each other, but
It's just a matter
you
of
have that camaraderie across players.
Pickleball is, a little tight forehand there, but pickleball is still growing so much, and it's just such a new sport that the strategy, technique, all of it's changing, and being able to consistently adapt and like work on those things is super cool. And it's just like how the game's been played this year versus how it was played last year is drastically different, and we continue to see that shift. I mean, it's been cool. I'll throw out some like content on like coaching. I've done it a little with the kitchen on their platform, and just like, wow, that
Point of the match so far.
that is big, especially Zane coming back from that 9, was it 9-4?
Yeah.
Down for Roscoe to be able to get that. That was huge. Now we will see if he can convert here. This is a big point for Roscoe.
Has to. Light return, and oh my, too heavy on the forehand. Sometimes it's hard with the wind against you, and you've got a high bounce, and you've got every part of the court you have to take pace off of it to wield what you want. Oh man, another miss for Roscoe, and Zane Ford ties it up here off of the hook.
9-9.
And he is correct. Zane Ford rallies back. 6 unanswered points.
Yeah, and Roscoe's definitely going to be thinking back to
Match point.
the forehand miss, and it started to bleed into those last 2.
Couple of them. Match point for Ford. Goes too heavy on the third. Roscoe Bellamy flirting with danger.
Yeah, and sometimes if you are Roscoe in that situation, having Zane miss that ball, being down match point gives you enough to lock back in here, and we'll see if you can make a run here.
Buries it. Oh no, the call is wide. Oh, and again.
And Zane here,
He's going to challenge it, but this is potentially costly.
he doesn't I don't think Zane knows the magnitude of what this can do for his challenge here. Because if Zane,
if he's wrong, then this is
Referee
This is
timeout
game.
for challenge for the out call. The out call puts us at 10-10. We'll now proceed to video review.
oh sorry, it would be
not
an extra
game,
point,
but
yeah.
it would be game point for Roscoe Bellamy.
Yeah. And that's what you hate to see, is not fully knowing the video challenge rules, and then I think Zane will be very frustrated if this call doesn't go his way because of that extra point being assessed to him for that foul. And going into the third game could be very costly as well, because I think it goes to multiple points after that.
I think it's out. I don't think he's going to be thrilled about this. And then you run this back in your mind, Connor, of, oh my, I could have ended this in 2, and then I just, we'll see. Roscoe would still have to win another point to close it out, but
yeah, you're hoping Zane's team is keeping him apprised of those rules as well. And at the end of the day, if he sees it's in, like, you want to be out there and back yourself. So I don't mind the challenge. Just knowing those repercussions is also super helpful. But we will see what the refs deliberate here.
Oh, I gotta go down.
yeah, it's a great point. You will monitor the call as soon as we have it. And tight time in the match. Wow, just when you think, okay, Zane Ford rattled back, he's gonna take it. And Roscoe Bellamy stands tall in the fight. It's a little break here too. Now the gap in the action. I'm curious who that would benefit as well. A little break here. Offensive timeout for Roscoe in addition to the call potentially going his way. I would think that all momentum signing with him at the end of game 2 here if this is indeed going to stand. I believe it will.
No, way too much. I didn't realize it was fucking moving.
It's been a long match too.
Yeah, for only being in the second game, this match has really been long. It's been a battle. It's really come down to, I think, Roscoe being able to get to that backhand and hit his backhand, and Zane, if Zane can execute that cross-court 2E pattern, he's been having some success there, but when Roscoe sees it, he's been prevailing on that, and then just the depth of the return also has been key as well.
If you were out there and you were, say, Zane in this situation, well, both sides, I guess, but where are you targeting this return? What are you trying to get into here with Roscoe?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going middle on the return, and I'm making Roscoe beat me with his forehand. And if I'm Roscoe and I'm serving, I'm going big serve, and then just accelerating through, hitting a good approach shot, and just being balanced on the volley, knowing Zane's pattern. So I think whoever can play a calmer point on these next couple is going to prevail.
Where are you going with the third if you're Roscoe? You going to
I'm going to the
forehand side.
On this side, I'm going to Zane's backhand. I'm just going to take it and keep him moving. When he's set, his passing shots are very dangerous, so the more I can keep him moving, the better. But, well, actually, sorry, he's going to be on the ad side if the call goes Roscoe's way. Yeah. So I'd probably go to his forehand on the third.
Okay. And why does that change?
Just because I want to move him, he's going to hit the return, and then I want to get him on the stretch on that forehand.
Okay, Diana has the ruling.
After review, the call stands. Ball is out. Lost to a technical foul. No free challenges. Point awarded. Score will resume at 11.
Yeah, I don't think Zane was aware of that. He's looking confused. And you wonder if he knew that was at stake.
Yeah.
No chance he's calling that challenge, I don't think.
Yeah, and that adds a whole new play, and that's why the challenge system, you know, there's so much strategy within the game of pickleball, and how you use timeouts, how you use challenges, all of those things. And so we just, hopefully Zane is aware now going forward what the next repercussion is here as well.
Game point, Roscoe Bellamy.
Yeah. With a harder ball. I think you ought to play with him.
Ooh! Ford gets there.
Wow.
Roscoe takes it. 12-10. There was a ball in there that you thought maybe Zane wanted to call out, but I don't think he wanted to be penalized again. But what a play. Such perseverance by Roscoe Bellamy, hanging on by a thread in that second game of the match, quite frankly.
Yeah, no, that was a big point at the end there. Definitely a little indecision there from Zane on that call as well. So great point, and Roscoe comes away with that second game.
Game number 3 coming up next. Who will move on to Championship Sunday? Stay tuned to find out.
Here's your iPhone 13 on us.
About time we switched.
Total's got you, Diego. Hey, good luck tonight.
Total Wireless is in your corner with unlimited 5G data starting at $25 per month.
Hey fam, it is on tonight. Diego, it's on.
Plus America's only 5-year price guarantee with taxes and fees included.
Hey Diego, it's on.
It's on.
iPhone 13 with 5G on us with its amazing camera to capture the biggest moments. Total Wireless in your corner.
I love it.
We're on the precipice of a great discovery.
Fasten your seatbelt. I'm the voice inside your head.
And while you're typically athletic, right now, Brick, you're pathetic. Shank.
Flowered the shit out of it.
And if you don't have the right auto coverage, the cost of this could hit you out of nowhere.
We welcome you back to the action here. Another third game thriller in men's singles in the semifinal. That has been the theme so far in this one. Yates Johnson at the bench of Roscoe Bellamy. And heard him a moment ago saying every time you hit the angle on your approach, except for one, you're winning the point. So clearly a point of emphasis as well as those big serves and big forehands. He did have a moment of vulnerability in that. Second game where he missed a couple of sitters on the forehand side too, and how does that weigh on your mind as you head into a game 3, Connor? You've been here before in these situations.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're Roscoe, you're just stoked to be in a game 3 right now, and I think the confidence comes back. He's against the wind, so he can swing a little freer on this side and get into it. So we'll see how that plays into it. Zane's on the good side here. We'll see if he can kind of get a little bit of a lead.
Ongoing, and heavy pass to start for Zane Ford. He'll start on the quote-unquote good side.
And I think in men's, just due to a little bit more of the passing shot, kind of cat and mouse elongated points, there's benefits shooting on the other side where we saw in the Paris Leia match, it was a little bit more one-sided or other side. Great shot by Zane there, getting into that cat and mouse and really controlled with that forehand out of the air, kind of rolling ball.
Another one is good to the corner, Zane Ford. Hot start.
And he has started to come in now off of his third shot pass, which is new to this third game. So I wonder if that's him or his bench telling him that. But a really good strategy that's been paying off so far to start this game. And a little indecision with the strategy. I still like it there and was effective. Roscoe gets the ball here. Let's see what he can do.
The break, the miss from Zane Ford.
One, two.
And maybe a little misjudgment on where the ball was or a step slow. Zane with another miss. Roscoe clawing his way back at Zane's lead. Passing shot overcooked by Roscoe there. Gives Zane a chance to extend his lead of 1.
3-2.
Short on the return, it didn't matter though. Roscoe Bellamy closes quickly, covers the angle.
Yeah, to get that ball up and down meaning some topspin on that ball from the midcourt is so difficult when the ball stays so low on these courts. So I actually really like by Roscoe and forced Zane to come up with a very difficult shot there.
I need this. I got to do this. Well, you got to do this one. You got to do the bottom. Yeah.
Single from Zane Ford. Harris Dodd joining the bench crew now of Roscoe Bellamy. The unit, the last couple of tournaments.
Nice little Roscoe there to get the point.
Ford taking a beating in this match.
Yeah, his flexibility on full display there to be able to come up from that one. I don't think I would be able to do the same.
Sure you can. Here's the lead for Bellamy to take. The side that has the least advantage, as Paris Todd could relate to him from her semifinal win. Perfect on the third, backhand compact, finds the angle on his way up to the kitchen as Yates Johnson advised him to do a moment ago.
Yeah, really controlled that. You can also feel that Zane's energy has dropped a little bit, allowing Roscoe to kind of... And if you're in the Zane camp, you want to see him coming out of this switch, fiery as ever, back to that kind of loud, aggressive pickleball that's got him that game one lead.
Roscoe Bellamy jumps ahead 6-3, heads to the side with the wind at his back, and he needs 5 points to get to his first career men's singles final.
Does your child have a passion for the arts? For over 50 years, ACE's Educational Center for the Arts has empowered high school students to develop their skills in music, dance, theater, creative writing, and visual arts. As a half-day public magnet high school in New Haven, ECA offers students the opportunity to learn from practicing artists and earn credits towards their high school graduation requirements. ECA encourages any student from any school district to apply. Visit our website today.
We are going to stop Bowser.
Wow, look at us. We're adorable.
Battle ongoing.
Alright. First things first, get rid of this fucking goddamn pickle.
Ongoing between Roscoe Bellamy and Zane Ford. Here's the match stats between those two. And it's been tight all the way through. Over an hour in this singles match. And we turn our attention to mixed doubles next. After this match concludes, Roscoe looking for his first final. Zane looking for his second. And right now, it's all Roscoe Bellamy who cannot be stopped. Got the first 11-3. Almost identical storyline to what we saw with Paris Todd and Leia Jansen, except for the closer second. Heavy serve for Roscoe. Side out. Zane Ford loads up.
3-7.
Deep return gets Zane Ford in trouble.
Yeah, and Roscoe with a great opportunity here. He's got a 4-point lead. Let's see if he can extend that lead, especially with both these players finishing a game quick so the other can't hang around is going to be key.
Sounds like a goat.
Roscoe springs forward, utilizes that reach. 3 points. His first career final is his.
8-3.
He would meet Gabe Tardio. Gold is in reach. For sure. 2 points.
And you can see Zane looks like the belief is starting to go away a little bit here. And Roscoe is confident as ever. He's switching paddles.
Roscoe thought it was a timeout.
That's a good show, by the way.
Try to turn that fucking heat on. It's because the fan hasn't come on yet. Ah, fucking blacked out. Motherfuckers. First things first. Let's get this fuck out of here.
Back to the wall, and Andrew Benintendi does a great job. Good timing. And the inning ends. Davis Martin very happy with that one. And then, two good relays, and the out at third base. Davis Martin very happy with that also. So, some good defensive plays for the Sox today. They need some runs, however. And we've got a new pitcher in the ball game. It is Cam Boozer.
3-4-5 due up in the lineup for the Tigers with Riley Green, the lefty. In a good spot to start him off with that sweeper.
That's what he's done so far. Giving up a couple of home runs. This is his fourth appearance. The stuff is good. Let's see if he can improve on that chase rate, which is pretty good now.
Boozer gave up a home run in each of his first two appearances against the Angels, but came back on track in his one appearance in the series against Minnesota. You think he could be a really valuable piece in the bullpen for the Sox?
I really do. I think one of the things he's going to have to work on, and quite obviously, although he's not a young man, he's a very young pitcher against Major League competition. He gets a little too much of the plate with his fastball on occasion, and that's really hurt him. But again, the early going, you can't really tell. You just look at the stuff and you know that stuff can play in the major leagues.
2-2, strike three looking. What a pitch from Boozer.
Man, I'm really trying to make it more than what it is, because everybody
Nick Carapazzi calls it. He hits the outside corner. Perfect pitch. I don't care how good you are as a left-hand hitter against a left-hand pitcher. When he throws it there, you pretty much take a seat if you're not going to swing.
I mean, the stuff is legit for Cam Boozer.
Stuff is good. That was a good sweeper down and in. Big day for Torkelson.
Goes back to that sweep, but they peel to first. Mark Torkelson did not go around. Double and a home run for Torkelson today. Boozer's second big league season. He is 32 years old. Two. Might have caught a piece not called, and it's full.
That did have a piece of the upper reaches of the strike zone.
One down here in this bottom of the seventh. 3-2 for Boozer. Popped up Vaughn. Looking near the corp, and he will make the play in foul territory. Join us as we celebrate 125 years of White Sox history through 23 exclusive giveaways honoring iconic moments from the 1900s to the 2005 championship. Don't miss this season-long tribute. For more information and secure your tickets, visit whitesox.com/125. Really look at the scoreboard and you see a lopsided score. White Sox down 7-2. It was little minor wins like we're seeing right now for Cam Boozer, getting him on track. If he can get through the 7th inning unscathed.
Second one down right side.